All right, everybody, what is happening? We are back now. We got some playoff gameplay for you actually here. Little three-game, the divisional conference and the Super Bowl, and warn you ahead of time, the Super Bowl, though anticlimactic or not. So, just so you don't get your hopes up for that game. Um, and right off the bat, it seems like at least one or two of these guys you get paired up in the playoffs. You're always like, where the hell did you find these guys? You know. This guy's, pretty much mastered this little 3-yard little cut route option route offense that he does. It's just, really, really tough to stop. And you get a lot of hits on the guys. They drop a lot of balls, but he manages to still pull a first down on a lot of these drives in here. So this is the first time I've kind of seen, and he breaks one here for the touch. This is the first time I've kind of seen somebody run it as their entire offense. So. At least at this point, I'm going to figure out that I'm going to have to change my defense to stop that. And that's not something base I can do. And there, I didn't like my read on it, take a bad sack, and I end up punting the ball back to him. Not a good way to start. It's not what you want to do in the playoffs, obviously. So you're going to have to get it back together. And here he goes again. So he's now changed these out to slants on top. So. He's got a couple slants, got a lot of these backfield carries. It's all going to be quick hitters, and, it's basically whatever he's reading, reacting to me. I can use whichever guy he's going to have, 2 or 3, it looks like, on these routes. He's been doing this a while, you can tell. So, and unfortunately, like I say, it took me a bit to figure out exactly what I need to do to stop here. I do change my defense enough times, and I eventually will figure this out, but it was definitely grinding my gears. It's very frustrating to play somebody like this, this is somebody definitely people are going to cry about being a little cheese miser, definitely that's his whole offense is based like that. It's just total cheese. I mean, it's got, it's not a high skilled thing at all. You're just kind of taking advantage of the game mechanics and all. But, like anybody, a good player tell you, you can normally stop everything. So that's what we're going to have to do here. Find a way to stop what he's doing and get some damn offense here. I watched this gameplay afterwards, and I finally get going there at the end of the half, but I end up not having enough time to score because of that. Only one timeout left, and I get down here, and I probably end up taking another sack, and that was about it. But most of the time, my guys were open. I was making a lot of bad reads there. Right there, Charles was open. I just waited too long to throw the ball. I marched down there. I had Gronkowski open underneath also. So it's just, I'm off, obviously, on this one. And here we go at the end. Right. Oh, sorry. This is starting off the third. There we go. Nice deep pass, though. Changes the route there to Thomas at the end. Basically, an up pass, leaving you got guys on the right there and work. So now we're working our way down, and caught me holding the ball again. This is maybe some of the times where I can start learning to scramble. When my first couple reads aren't open, maybe I could start rolling. I normally just don't care for that. And we throw another pick. So just a brutal offensive start on my part. Not a way to do, especially when you're trying to do the the playoff video. It's definitely not. You want to make it out of the first game, but right now, look at this, 14-0. We've got ourselves a hole here, and it's not looking good for me. He finds the open guy. I did clamp down on this, and I am starting to get, more in tune with how to stop this. The right coverages. It involves some QB spies, a little bit more manning up on these guys, and and definitely some underneath, underneath coverage. And we're right on top of this guys. I mean, it's just there's a lot of these plays. There's nothing you can do. I mean, you're playing. I mean, they're doing as good as they possibly can. And we're messing around, and he takes off here, and this is a big mistake because Cap loves to drop the ball, and finally I catch a break there, and Poe picks it up. So, I mean, here we go, guys. We're in the fourth quarter, 3:50. I've got to make a damn play here. I've got to get points on the board. And here we go, Demarius, and he drops it. Okay, I guess there's one of the times where I'm missing having the team of the week one because I just got the base right now. And Charles with a nice move getting down. Okay, at least we're getting down to close to field goal. Maybe I need to get Charles warmed up here. That might be the key. And oh, he breaks one out to the side. Get off of me, I say. Jamal running like a man possessed. That is fantastic, man. I guess he had to take advantage of it. The Chiefs can't do that in the playoffs, so this is his only shot. And I read that last play perfectly fine. I'd seen that before. He ran that wide receiver screen before, and I can't believe I didn't get the pick on that one. So, now we got the time running down. 3 minutes. We've got to figure a stop. And there it is, Crow. Okay, this is becoming a bad pattern in the last few games of Cromartie there, not being able to finish the tackle on big plays. So That's unfortunate, you know. He may end up making his way off my squad, which, you know, hey, that's only like an 83 card, so it's not like I complain too much. You know, I definitely got the worth out of it. And he jumps, and I think he's dancing. He thinks he's all special now. He's almost got it wrapped up until this. He threw it to ha. I mean, it took me a while to set that up, guys. A lot of different combinations of these dang man coverage with QB spies, and then the right coverage for haha there, and then I underneath it, and you know, I was just going back and forth. I figured I'd catch him eventually. So Freddy the Nightmare, coming up big at the end, and there we go with Jamal. Can we get in the end? All right. Well, you know, we just got to get it down. We just got to get the ball in the end zone here. 27 seconds left, and you know, Arian. That's what I got him for. I mean, that's like the only time you see him in these videos, pretty much, right? But you know, then we got it. You know, and we got the ball right there. I've only won probably like 2 out of 10 of these, and this one I got it. But that's all right. This is the one I want. You know, this is a game where this guy frustrated the crap out of me. And a lot of it's on myself. I wasn't playing very well. Like right here, I could have continued that run all the way on the outside, swept around. I would have had a big gain. And here we go on third down, but can we complete? And there, Freddy beat, and he breaks through the coverage. You guys, look at that. Oh, I mean, I've seen this card down for like 100K right now because this Thanksgiving stuff has gotten crazy, man. I mean, you guys should pick it up. I'm telling you, he will not let you down. Look at this stuff. You know, look at this. You know, it's time after time, game after game. He's just coming up huge for me. And Jamal, get off me again. You know, little hit. He takes it straight to the end zone, and he seals it up. So with that, we finished. We finally got out of this round of the playoffs. That was a tough one. You know, probably more than it should have been. You know, I have some offensive struggles in this little series here. You know, what I was saying before is the whole reason I kind of put this one out, and what this season was basically, you know, when I bought the Gronk and I got the Freddy B, I went into the lab and I came out with this Rams split Ram formation, little mini scheme. So this whole season pretty much is what I've ran out of. I ended up losing 2 games in the season, I believe it was. Make it through here, so we're doing a playoff run just to see how it is, you know. I'm really trying to mesh it with a few plays I was running before. I didn't really have a big scheme before. I was running a lot of random plays, and, you know, without a really good system, it's tough to be consistent in this game. So I figured, you know, once I started doing review, it gave me an idea to do that, just so I can, you know, show the players off. And I ended up coming across this, and it's been pretty effective so far for me. So, you know, I want to build on this. You know, I'll add more plays here and there. I don't mind showing off what I come up with. You know, so people on occasion want to see them. I'll probably put out some videos on you know, each you know, set I come up with, little mini scheme within the old Rams playbook. Split Ram is in there. I do a tray open. So there might be about 3 or 4, you know, formations. I'll throw some stuff out if anyone's interested. That'll be coming with time. You know, as long as it's bigger, you know, the subscribers goes up, you know, there'll probably be some elite card giveaway, stuff like that. And Patty Pete, you know, nice. That's a good way to come out, you know. So we've got the conference championship here, and, you know, the second quarter, trying for the big play, wait for it, and on the sideline we hit it. You know, a little timing stuff in there, but, you know, the line held up, luckily for me, so, you know, that's what makes that work. It's all about timing, really, on that stuff. You know, one of the rare screens I try to run, and that's why I don't run them very often. It's tough. Shouldn't happen in there, but, you know, on occasion you just eat crap. And then we go down again in the face catcher there with the Gronk. That was tough. You know, he really wasn't too open at that point, but, you know, again, the big frame. Freddy taking it, cutting it up. That big frame on Gronk, you can get away with some of that, you know, that front catching. And there we go. Foster, thank you very much. There we go with the touch. 7-3. This one, all right, we're feeling decent enough about. Offense isn't too crazy. And there's a nice stop by Justin Smith. That's the PCA version. Pretty good card overall. And, you know, after this was done, I actually went and I found a good deal on the flashback one for the other side. So I'm kind of at a bind right now because I basically got Justin Smith at both ends, and I really don't care to do that. It's not technically, I mean, I duplicate their different versions of the card, and they're actually a left end and a right end, but it just feels kind of dirty. So, you know, all right, so we're back in. Now we get the 4th down. And oh my goodness, this has been I've had some bad luck with that too. I'm sure this is hitting everybody in here. It's amazing how lucky these guys in these jump balls get. I mean, again, I know a lot of it's my fault because I have a hard time trying to go for the swat, because I know a lot of those should be picks the way they're putting them up, floating the damn ball, but you know, just like I guess got that face catch, but I think mine's more positioning, and that one just threads the needle on me. Look at that. I was surprised in here. I pretty much had him stuffed on 4th down, and he turns around and basically, scores on me with. So you go from feeling pretty confident, and here's a new play I run. This is just halfback screen, A slant, RB drag, and you throw to RB, and it's weird. This actually happened a lot. That right there happened a lot when I found that in the lab. Basically, it's where you get a lot of blocking on the side, and you will get hit on occasion, but you can break free from the guy. So it's a real good like 5 to 10 yard play, and on occasion you're gonna break big chunks out of it. And again, I went about half an hour running it over and over just to see all the formations, different stuff, and pretty effective in there. So it's just something again to come from. And that was coming out of, I believe that was basically out of the tray open set. I was running that. And this is a tray open also, but that's just a bad read by me, because Kuechly is just a monster, so don't go anywhere near him. You know how that goes. And the Gronk again. So that one, that wide circle with Gronk, the left and the right side, has been holding up, and then finally make the good read on that. Didn't force the ball like I done earlier. So we're kind of grinding down pretty nice. Sherman tank up the middle. So we come down. Basically get the easy touchdown. Another run after that. You've seen on. Basically it's nothing special there. And we laying him down with Levy. He's just such a good all-around player. And now he's getting a little Jimmy Graham little action on me. He kind of knows some of these little short yard ends, and that's okay. I tend to not want to go Burnett with the game changer. I tend to not want to go with the underneath coverage right on. I mean, guys will have to hit me a few times before I do it, because I'm paranoid about the over-the-top stuff. And can we get the big one here? There we go. That one, he was a little off. I just pass lead, and he turns the quarter, and a nightmare takes it home, 21-10. A game that was fairly close here coming into the end of the third, coming to the fourth there, and all of a sudden we've taken control of it. And that run right there was by Freddie was enough for the guy. He had seen it. He had a chance, and he kind of went and blew it. And here's just showing you the pack we got after that. Obviously, you get the head-to-head seasons, collect 10. There's some sets for that, a couple of them. Season veteran, everyone wants the Vic. And here was the other pack I got out of that. 500 coins. I had a quick sell on the coins. All right, we got turkey and the elite badge. Thank you very much, guys. You always like to see that, right? I mean, that's probably about the 4th one I've got now. And okay, so before this game starts, I mean, again, with the Thanksgiving stuff getting so crazy, as you all know, I went on a little spending spree for the Super Bowl. So here we go, Super Bowl game. And I went and I bought the Eugene Upshaw at the left guard. I've got the Marquise Pouncey 95 at center. I got him for 145 and the Upshaw for 125. I mean, just silly prices. And here we go. Right off the bat, this guy goes. And I got the Kyle Long, also the new elite one, only 40K, but still my interior. He holds the ball and takes a bad sack just to start off the game. That's not what he wants to do. And he knows he's coming to a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So he's kind of probably a little intimidated. You know what I'm saying? There's a little there. I can see. And I of course blitz, and he does a play action, and he eats it. 2-0. Is this familiar to anybody? I mean, the Super Bowl starting with the safety. So this guy's already, he's already gonna be questionable to how long we're gonna carry on. I bet you. And if we're showing a return, not much happens, so there may not be too much more to see. You know what I mean? It's not going to be too much him. But here we go. So I want you to watch this. This is Jamal Charles. Watch Upshot. He's my left guard, one of my new acquisition. He goes, pulls out. I go, make the spin. Upshot makes the block. Break one tackle. And then Demarius downfield. And we are to the house. Super Bowl style. Jamal Charles always comes up big in Super Bowls for me. And that was it, buddy. I mean, I get a safety, I get one offensive play, and this guy quits my Super Bowl. So thank you very much for that. Here we got our little pack off of that. We're not going to pull a double lead, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? We get a turkey, and we get ourselves a gold badge. So thanks, guys, for checking us out. Appreciate it. We'll come up with some more, hopefully some more better content here. Some of the stuff on the the info on this scheme.